Alrighty guys, welcome back to the Best Investing Money Management channel on YouTube. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the top stocks under $30. Now, starting off with the very first one here, it's NIO, ticker symbol NIO. Now, for those of you that don't know what NIO is a electric car manufacturer based out of China. They're a huge competitor with Tesla. They're virtually the Tesla of China. And looking at it, right, the stock hit about $66 and has been selling off. A lot of the sell-off pretty much since the new year, which the stock was trading for about $45. Most of it is just general sell-off from the market. Looking at their past earnings, doing very, very well, right? They brought in about $9.9 billion. Huge surprise for this. And if they would have announced this same earnings a couple of months ago, if not a year ago, this stock would be easily at $75 to $80. It's just the general and state of the market that we're in right now, which is causing a lot of speculation. People don't want to invest in a lot of these growth stocks just because of the risk and reward ratio. You know, if you're looking at a stock that has seen some sell-off, you're not going to want to put your money in there right now, especially in the state of the market that we're in right now. Moving on to stock number two. Stock number two is one I've talked about in the past, right? I've been absolutely getting hammered on it, but I'm going to kind of double down on it. It's SOFI Technologies. Now, SOFI Technologies, they are a fintech company, and what they specialize in is kind of what I always preach. It's financial technology, and they talk about investing, cryptocurrency, loan refinance. And the beauty of this is they are a huge competitor with virtually every single financial company, from banks to Robinhood to brokers to cryptocurrency exchanges to everything. And the beauty of it is their platform is so easy to use. And for a stock that has sold off from $24 all the way to as low as $4.82, this is an absolute bargain of a deal. The average price target for SOFI is right at about $19. So if that's just say I'm wrong about it hitting 30, 40 bucks, but the average price target is 19. Even if we get half of that, we're doubling our money. If it hits 19, we're tripling our money. The upside for SOFI is so large, and it's just one that I definitely believe in, and I'm gonna buy a little more of, especially of the discount that we're at right now. Stock number three is ticker symbol MRO. MRO is also known as Marathon Oil. Now, looking at it, this thing has an absolute beautiful upward trend, right? Lows here at just about $3, highs up here at 33. We've just gotten some general sell-off here, as you guys can see, and a lot of people like to say, well, Carter, why did it sell off? Just because of the state of market that we're in. We saw a whole bunch of oil companies just get natural sell-off from it. Looking at their earnings, it's not like they're doing anything wrong, right? They brought in about 40 billion, or they beat expectations here by about $40 million, brought in about $1.7 billion, dividend of about 8 cents a quarter for a stock that's $25, beautiful upward trend, and diversifying your portfolio into energy is a no-brainer investment, guys, and one that I have been buying over the past couple of months. Really, I'm up quite a bit on Marathon here. I just think there's so much potential. Especially a lot of people like to say, well, Carter, what about gas prices going down? Gas prices aren't going down for a minute, and Marathon's going to make some money off that, guys. But moving on here to the next one. The next one here that I want to go ahead and talk about is ticker symbol F. Now, this one here is Ford Motor Company. We all know Ford Motor Company that's been around for a while. This stock has sold off from $25 all the way down to $11.23. Now, for me, guys, we are just starting to get in good opportunity to buy Ford. The reason why is because if you look, we see that this purple line here, the purple line represents the 200 moving average line. And looking at it in the past, right, it's used it as support down in here. And when it's below it, it uses it as resistance. So classifying decent amount of buying pressure near and around there every time it hits it, right? It hit it once, twice, and now possibly 3 times. So for me, anytime this stock is going to be falling under, this $11 mark is an absolute no-brainer. Ford is not going anywhere anytime soon. The biggest thing with Ford right now is deliveries. They've been doing very, very well lately, but they are still having a decent. They're having a hard time with supply chain just because of all the lockdowns and everything that happened, but they're still bringing in money, beating expectations, very similar to NEO, right? They brought in about $32 billion, beating expectations by almost $1 billion, which is crazy to me. So for me, this is an absolute no-brainer. If they would have announced this earnings, even that just say a year ago, this stock would easily be at 35 to 40 bucks. It's just the state of the market that we're in. We got some natural sell-off, and then just the general market is selling off as well. So this one here is just selling off just because of the emotion that we're seeing in the state of the economy that we're in right now. Now, the last one here is a different one that we normally don't talk about. It's ticker symbol BAC. This one here is Bank of America. Bank of America has seen some volatility, but I personally think it still carries a lot of potential. It hit highs here at about 50. It sold off. Now, right now, you guys can just get this under about $30. I definitely think the trend here is going to sell off a little bit more. Very similar, though, to Ford. It's right around that 200 moving average line. So I definitely think, guys, getting this stock under $30 is an absolute bargain. Beautiful upward trend. Looking at it here, 21 cents a quarter on that dividend. And earnings doing very, very well, beating expectations by about 140 million. And they brought in about 23.3 billion, which is so much money, guys. That's so much money the company's bringing in, doing very, very well. And the overall outlook for Bank of America is super large, right? I know I kind of talked about two banking companies, but it's always smart to be diversified, and kind of double down on what you believe in. And that's kind of where I've always sat. But that is it, the top stocks under $30. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe. We will see you guys later. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe out there. Take care.